Okay, so my name is Brittney, and I have been sober for 6.5 years now.
And I'm Jessica, and I've got 9 months today.
Woo!
Yeah.
Awesome. What a way to celebrate.
Right. Yeah, it's a
Right?
good day.
Awesome. That's a very
sure.
good day. So what brings you ladies to Recovery Day?
So I have gone to all the recovery days since I got sober. It's just something that's really important to me. I love to volunteer and help you, Sarah, and just be a part of, being open about my recovery and advocating in the community.
And I'm here mostly because, when I was in my addiction, I wasn't worried about anybody but myself, So coming here, being around other people that are like-minded actually helps me in my recovery. And I get to show my sponsees that you can have fun sober. So, yeah.
I remember that being an important piece for me, especially early on.
Yeah.
And getting sober at 20,
Wow.
seeing things like this with the community coming together and still having fun and partying sober, it was awesome.
Yeah, I think I've had more fun in sobriety than I ever did in my addiction.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So you two had mentioned that you guys go way, way back.
Way back.
Way back.
What's it like being here together in recovery today?
It's so cool. Like, my first 5 years sober, I was basically just kind of working on her through attraction, not promotion. And finally one day she called and she's like, "Hey, I need help. Like, I want to be sober. What do I do?" So it's so cool that now not only did we used to party together, but we get to be sober together and do recovery events together and just live a fun, awesome life.
Yeah, and it's awesome because knowing Brittney when we were in our addiction, whatever, we were wild and crazy and we were just not nice people.
Imagine that.
Dude, and to see Brittney the way she is today, it inspires me to want to be a good person. So it's pretty cool to party sober with your bestie when you've been friends for 18, 19 years.
Wow.
So true.
So it's pretty
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
This question has kind of been coming up a lot today, and I think it's an important one. What would be a message that you would want people who don't understand addiction to hear?
Who don't understand?
You mean somebody that's not in recovery?
Yeah, maybe
Or
someone
that's
who's
not
not
even
in
an addict?
recovery. Yeah. Maybe family members of someone suffering, or the public at large.
I would just say that it's super important to be supportive. I know for me that my family being able to be supportive of me being in recovery in those early days was so crucial, because then I didn't really feel alone. Not only did I have my recovery family, but I also had my family on board to be supportive and know that there's hope. There's hope for people to get sober.
Yeah.
So that's for me.
I would say remember that they're humans, we're not animals, we're not some other species. We're a human being that has a mom, has a dad, has brothers and sisters, has kids. I've got 3 kids.
Well, I was gonna say our moms and dads, and
and my mom now is one of my biggest supporters, and before she didn't understand it, but watching me and seeing how I've grown and how I've changed, I'd say just watch somebody that's actually doing this and see, because it's amazing.
Give them a chance. We do recover.
We do recover.
We do, and we're here together to celebrate it today.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
It is amazing, and thank you guys for bringing that up, because I think addiction, unfortunately, is one of those things, like someone with cancer, someone with a heart condition, someone with diabetes. These are diseases and these are illnesses that don't define those people.
Right.
That you can see that person for their humanness outside of their infliction, and unfortunately, people don't see that with addiction.
Yeah.
They only see They only see the behaviors, and we do. There's a lot of unpretty things that go along with it, but
it really is.
But
I've gotten to the point that people don't see it as a disease. you know, and I would get really angry, like, how dare you? You don't know. But I really just had to go back to when I first came in. Like, I had no idea what recovery was all about.
Yeah.
You know, I had no idea what I needed to do and how it could change my life. So I just think of how I was when I first came in, and like just think like they're just as naive as I was. You know, I was naive to drugs until I got into it.
True.
And then I was naive to recovery till I got into it. And I think that we just have to love people, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Same way.
On
Same
both
way.
or all sides, right? And just love and understand.
That's true, and I think with the epidemic going on, like, people are more aware of it now because it's like all over. It's in the news, you know? So
Yeah. It is, and it's affecting everybody.
that's what they're starting to realize,
Everybody.
that it's affecting everybody.
I notice everywhere I go, I meet somebody that either is in recovery or has a family member in recovery or a
Yeah,
friend.
that's so true.
Yeah.
And it you know,
is.
nobody's immune.
Nobody's
No.
immune.
No,
Yeah.
agreed.
For sure.
And on the same side of that, same with recovery,
Yep.
right? It works for all.
Yes.
And there's lots of different paths and lots of different avenues.
Absolutely.
And there's no like cookie cutter answer.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
that being said, would you ladies like to share like what your personal definition of recovery is, or what recovery means to you?
Yeah. So what recovery means to me is just basically I needed, for me, to be sober from all mind-altering substances because I had tried everything before. Like, oh, well, I know I'm an alcoholic, but like I never really liked pills, so I'll just try this. You know what I mean? And
I
like
can relate.
it all took me
Right.
down the same path. So
And all for me also.
yeah.
Agreed. Like,
So for me, that's what I needed to do. I also had the naltrexone implant for my first 5 months sober. So like I'm a huge advocate for medical assisted recovery as well, because that allowed me to have the obsession be removed. You know, which I couldn't go 2 seconds without thinking of putting something in my body. So. And just really like giving back. That's a huge part of my recovery as well today, is being of service and giving back to others
yeah.
and showing that there is hope to recover, basically.
Right. Agreed.
Recovery to me means being free. You know, I don't wake up every morning wondering where I'm going to get the money to pay for my drugs or who I'm going to have to hurt, you know, in order to get where I want to go and what I want, you know.
Yeah.
And it's tough being in recovery because, you know, we do lose a lot of people, you know.
That's hard.
So it's like,
We do.
I don't know, recovery is amazing if you make it amazing.
Yeah.
So I would just say that recovery to me is being free.
Yeah,
Awesome.
totally agreed. Freedom. Like I can go anywhere and feel free,
Yeah.
you know?
And I'm to the point now that like it doesn't matter where I'm at. Like I'm not worried about what I look like or how I'm acting or
Yeah.
anything. Like people just accept me and it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Accept you for
And
you.
there's-
Right.
Yeah. Being free in, for myself, relating to what you're sharing, it's being free to be and just comfortable in my own skin. Again,
So
Exactly.
true.
And being free to just accept myself.
Yep.
Um,
It's beautiful.
yeah, it is
Yeah.
beautiful. So thank both of you ladies for taking a few minutes. I know there's a lot going on today, and
I know. Yeah.
it's super awesome to just watch this community come together. But thank you again for taking a few minutes in the middle of
Yeah,
all of
thank
this.
you.
Yeah, we're off to volunteer.
Yeah, now
so-
we get to
yourself,
go
so now
volunteer,
you can
you,
go
Sarah.
volunteer. So
Thanks.
So,
awesome.
fun.
Thank
Cool.
you guys
Thank
so
you.
much.
Welcome.